In the realm of the divine, where the gods held sway, a golden apple of discord ignited the flame of a legendary tale. It was a time of celestial whims and caprices where the fate of mortals was but a game to the gods. At the heart of this divine drama was the judgment of Paris, a mortal chosen by Zeus, the king of gods, to decide the fairest among the goddesses Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. Each goddess, in a bid to sway Paris's judgment, offered him a bribe. Hera promised him kingship over all of Europe and Asia, Athena, unsurpassed wisdom and skill in battle. But it was Aphrodite's promise that swayed Paris. She promised him the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen, who was unfortunately the wife of Menelaus, the king of Sparta. Paris, smitten by Aphrodite's promise, bestowed upon her the golden apple, the symbol of discord, choosing her as the fairest. This decision, however, sparked a divine feud among the goddesses. Hera and Athena, scorned by the slight, vowed revenge, while Aphrodite, triumphant, set about to fulfill her promise. With Aphrodite's guidance, Paris abducted Helen, spiriting her away to Troy. This audacious act, instigated by the allure of Aphrodite's promise, set in motion a chain of events that would lead to war. The abduction of Helen was an affront to her husband Menelaus and his brother Agamemnon, the king of Mycenae. In retaliation, they rallied the forces of Greece, invoking an oath sworn by the kings of the realm to defend Helen's honor. The Greek armada, led by the invincible warrior Achilles, set sail for Troy, ready for battle. The stage was set, the players were in place, and the pawns were positioned. The golden apple of discord had ignited a flame that would consume two great civilizations. And so the stage was set for an epic clash as Paris's decision echoed through the halls of Olympus and descended upon the mortal world. The ripples of this ill-fated judgment would resonate through time, marking the beginning of a legendary tale, the Siege of Troy. Against the backdrop of the Aegean Sea stood the city of Troy, a bastion of cultural opulence and strength. This majestic city, encased within towering walls, was a testament to the might and splendor of an age long past. Its marble edifices gleamed under the Grecian sun, a beacon of prosperity amidst the azure expanse of the sea. At the heart of this grand city reigned King Priam, a wise and just ruler whose reign was marked by peace and prosperity. His noble sons, each a paragon of virtue, stood as pillars of Troy's strength. Among them, the valiant Hector, Troy's champion, was revered for his prowess in battle and his unwavering devotion to his people. Yet it was another son whose actions would steer the course of history. Paris, the young prince, was known more for his charm than his courage. His heart was ensnared by the beauty of a woman, the Spartan queen, Helen. Enthralled by her unparalleled grace, Paris, in a moment of audacious passion, abducted Helen, setting the stage for a conflict that would reverberate through the annals of time. This act of defiance, this theft of a queen, became the catalyst for an impending storm. The echoes of the Spartan king, Menelaus's fury, reached the shores of Troy, his call for justice carried by the winds of the Aegean. His brother, the formidable Agamemnon, rallied the forces of Greece, invoking an oath to defend the honor of Helen and restore her to her rightful place. Yet within the walls of Troy, life carried on under the watchful gaze of the gods. The city, oblivious to the gathering storm, reveled in its glory, its people basking in the prosperity bestowed upon them. Their lives, intertwined with the threads of fate, were about to be swept up in a tempest of war and destiny. Yet beneath the city's grandeur, a storm was brewing, a storm ignited by a love that would set two worlds on a collision course. The tale of Troy was just beginning to unfold, a saga of love, betrayal, and heroism, destined to be remembered through the ages. In retaliation for the audacious act of Paris, the Spartan king and his brother rallied the forces of Greece, calling upon an oath sworn by the kings to defend Helen's honor. The might of Greece was united, their unity manifested in a formidable armada, a fleet of ships that stretched as far as the eye could see. At the helm of this awe-inspiring force stood the invincible warrior, Achilles. Blessed by the gods, his prowess in battle was unmatched, his name sending shivers of fear down the spines of his adversaries. With his golden armor gleaming under the sun and his unwavering resolve, Achilles embodied the very essence of the Greek forces. As the ships descended upon the shores of Troy, their hulls scraping the sandy beaches, the air was filled with a palpable tension. The Greek warriors, clad in bronze armor, disembarked, their feet touching Trojan soil for the first time. The sight of the towering walls of Troy, a symbol of the city's strength and resilience, only fueled their determination. The Greek armada formed an impenetrable wall along the coast, their ships standing as silent sentinels, a stark reminder of the relentless force that had come to challenge Troy. The tranquility of the shore was replaced by the clamor of preparation, the Greek warriors readying their weapons, their eyes fixed on the city that lay before them. The onset of the conflict was heralded by the clash of swords, the twang of bowstrings, and the war cries of the Greek forces, the sounds echoing across the plains, a chilling prelude to the carnage that was to follow. This was not just a battle for Helen's honor, but a war that would determine the fate of two civilizations, a war that would echo through the ages. Under the watchful eyes of the gods, the battle lines were drawn. The Greek forces, led by the indomitable Achilles, stood ready to breach the walls of Troy, to reclaim what they believed was rightfully theirs. Thus the shores of Troy became the stage for a legendary clash, where passion, pride, and destiny would collide. The echoes of this war, the clash between the Greek armada and the city of Troy, would resonate through time, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity and the unyielding power of destiny. As the siege persisted, the Greeks, faced with the impregnable walls of Troy, devised a cunning stratagem, a colossal wooden horse. This wasn't just any horse, but a behemoth of deception, an emblem of subterfuge that would forever be remembered in the annals of history. Crafted by the skilled hands of Epeius, a master carpenter and cunning strategist, the horse stood towering over the men, its hollow belly hiding a deadly secret. Concealed within its wooden depths were the finest warriors Greece had to offer, ready to bring Troy to its knees from within. The Greeks, having seemingly admitted defeat, left the horse as a supposed offering to the goddess Athena, a token of their respect and an appeal for safe passage home. This grand gesture, however, was nothing more than a ruse, a deceptive ploy to gain the Trojans' trust. The horse, presented as a symbol of victory, was accepted by the Trojans with jubilation. They saw it as a testament to their resilience, a trophy of their triumph over the Greek forces. They celebrated, their hearts filled with joy, their spirits soaring high. Yet they were oblivious to the impending doom concealed within the wooden belly of the colossal horse. As night fell, the city of Troy, flushed with victory, succumbed to a deep slumber. The jubilant laughter and joyous cheers of the day gave way to the quiet serenity of the night. It was then that the belly of the wooden beast opened, spilling out Greek warriors into the heart of the city. Silent as shadows, they moved through the tranquil city, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They reached the city gates, opening them to the waiting Greek forces. The city, once impregnable, was now vulnerable, its heart exposed to the sharp blades of the Greeks. In their naivety, the Trojans welcomed their doom, unaware that the symbol of their victory was but a harbinger of their downfall. The Trojan horse, a symbol of deceit and cunning, stands today as a timeless reminder of the destructive power of deception and the tragic consequences of misplaced trust. Under the shroud of night, the Greek warriors emerged, opening the gates of Troy to the waiting Greek forces. As the moon bathed the city in an eerie glow, the silence was shattered by the clash of swords and the cries of men locked in a battle to the death. Troy, once a beacon of prosperity and strength, stood on the brink of annihilation. Its towering walls, which had held firm against the Greek onslaught for a decade, now echoed with the sounds of chaos and despair. The citadel, which had once resonated with the melodies of lyres and the laughter of children, was now filled with the cacophony of war. The city's streets, once vibrant with the hustle and bustle of daily life, were now a battlefield. Blood stained the cobblestones, a grim testament to the ferocity of the conflict. The once impregnable city was under siege, its fate hanging in the balance. The valiant defenders of Troy, led by the noble Hector, fought with the courage of lions, their spirits unbroken despite the overwhelming odds. Yet even their valor could not stem the tide of the Greek onslaught. With each passing moment, the city's fate grew bleaker. As dawn approached, the reality of their plight became apparent. Troy, the city of gold, was falling. Its mighty walls were breached, its palaces set ablaze. The once thriving city was reduced to ashes and rubble. Yet amid the chaos and destruction, the spirit of Troy remained unbroken. Its people, though defeated, clung to their heritage and their honor. They grieved for their fallen city, but they did not surrender their dignity. In the aftermath of the battle, as the smoke cleared and the dust settled, the ruins of Troy stood as a stark reminder of the cost of pride and ambition. The city may have fallen, but its legacy lived on. In its ruin, the saga of Troy endured, a testament to the enduring power of myth, tragedy, and the unyielding spirit of humanity.